is well back in the standing. I talked about what a great job Jared Thomas had done. Compare that to what we've seen from Nathan Nicholson so far. He started P16, he's down to P17.
Yeah.
So Nathan has not been able to make up positions, but you've got Tyler Gonzalez, winner of half the races this year.
Yeah.
Tyler Gonzalez started 9th, he's down to 12. He started 12th, he's up to 9th.
Yeah, in the white and Saul crystal red coloured car.
The
Lovely.
BSI machine.
Yeah, beautiful. The number 57, just weaving gently left and right just to make sure the tyres are clean. This race comes straight off the back of one of the VP Challenge races, which came straight off the back of a slight break, but there will be rubber down on the circuit and off the racing line. It's been swept and blown by IMSA, so we can use more than just a very narrow groove, which is probably just as well, because MX-5 racing, they always use all of the track that's available to them, and sometimes...
And then some.
Yeah, sometimes bits that really isn't.
Yeah.
It will surprise nobody then to know that the incident between Pasquarella and the 09 Damonaki car is under review.
Nathan Nicholson, according to our graphics, thank you to the graphics team back in the truck, they said that he started back in 24th position. When I talked to Nathan last, he thought he was starting P16. There was a lot of confusion after the qualifying session went down because there were very many cars, and I'd say very many because it was about fifth of the grid, who exceeded the maximum lap time and then had penalties applied. Most of them went to fight that with race control because they said, I've got a good reason for exceeding the maximum lap time. And then it was left to the adjudication of the race direction as to whether or not that was a good enough reason to slow down.
Yeah, and the reason we're talking about a maximum lap time, this is about being equitable to everybody during the qualifying sessions. And a bit like MotoGP, Moto2 and Moto3, you can't just tootle around waiting for a gap, and therefore there is a target lap time, if you will, that you cannot be over. You can't be slower than. Normally in qualifying, we're talking about how fast you can go, but this is that you are not impeding other drivers. So 35, call it 36 minutes to go. Nate Cicero leads. Justin Adiconis made up that single position from the start. Nice manoeuvre from him. Jeremy Fletcher looked like he was going to go up the inside of the number 44 of Bobby Gossett Jr. into third. Like make that. Julian DaCosta's come up 1. Tyler Gonzalez up 3. Parkins along up 4. Nathan Nicholson up 7, Jared Thomas up 7. They are our joint biggest movers at the moment.
Well, and you just mentioned Parker DeLong. I'd like to give him a bit of love because Parker and his dad do this themselves. They run it out of a very small trailer that they tow all around the country. And Parker is one of the guys who's helping to clean everything in between. He's not just showing up and driving the race car. He's actually putting in the elbow grease to try and make everything happen. And last year, Parker ran a full season. Race number 1 at Michelin Raceway Road Atlanta, he finished 2nd, and he very nearly won the race. It was a brilliant showing from Parker. This weekend in practice, he has been quick. And the most impressive thing, he's not only doing the driving this weekend, he's also coaching because Parker DeLong Racing has Charlotte Trainer under their tent as well. And Charlotte has been thriving this season. She was the best placed woman at VIR in the 2nd race. But Charlotte this weekend comes to the track food poisoning yesterday. No laps in either of the practice sessions. So Parker had to take all of his information that he'd learned from both practice sessions and figure out how to teach someone who had never driven this car on this track. It worked out pretty well so far for them.
And this is a confidence track. Getting on for half of the corners, or what the drivers call blind, means you can't see the exit when you turn in and commit to the corner. Just a note from race control, Nathan Nicholson is under investigation for a pass under yellow.
And that could be huge because Nathan is 2nd in the championship, and we're going to keep talking about the championship all weekend long because he's only 50 points off of Fletcher. He's got 100 points to Tyler Gonzalez. The difference between second and third in the championship is about $30,000.
Yeah.
You don't want to get a penalty for passing someone under yellow if it's going to cost you anything, let alone that much money.
The Whelen Mazda MX-5 safety car has picked up the pace.
In this time.
And I was just about to say that suggests to me that we'll be in this time. I really like what race control does here. Sad to see the damaged car, the AAG car, Rocco Pasquarella, being taken off. There are internal roads here, and they've got off the circuit at the closest point, and that will be back in the paddock, hopefully repaired for later in the weekend. Safety car driver now gets to live everybody's fantasy of leading the race cars down into turn A and B, and in that safety car driver's head, he is coming home to win the championship. It's got to be, hasn't it?
He's going whee the whole way down.
Absolutely right. Our safety car drivers are far more professional than she and I would be doing the same job, which is why we're in the booth here rather than driving the safety car.
But John, you wouldn't pull back in the pits. You would just join the race.
Keep going. You know me.
Yeah.
You know me so well. All right, Nate Cicero now with a snake of MX-5s behind him. He is the effective safety car. He's already put the right foot hard to the floor, comes out to the edge of turn 12 and across the line. Adeconis thinks for a moment, puts a quarter of a car, a half a car out from behind, trying to get a bit of air onto the radiator so that 2-litre, 180 horsepower inline 4-cylinder engine is still cooled through the top of the hill. Turn 2 and 3, up the inside goes Gresham Wagner in the green and black number 5. Typical Gresham Wagner manoeuvre, and following Gresham through, Parker along there as well, looking to make up ground. What sort of start did one of the other black cars get? We are keeping an eye on Jared Thomas, who restarted in 24th position. We'll get an update on him as they come through the next timing line, but for the moment, Nate Cicero, along with his teammates Adeconis, Gossett and Jeremy Fletcher. Remember, those 4 are all from the same team. They're all from under the same awning in the paddock right behind our global broadcast centre. And once again, that quartet has just about broken the toe back to Julian DaCosta.
And Julian DaCosta is here for one reason this weekend. He's driving for BSI Racing, the team he was with at Daytona, but this time he's in Farhan Siddiqui's car. He is driving Lightning McQueen, who wants Lightning to win, but now he's dropped back behind Grant West. Once again, Grant representing a different livery on his car this weekend. He's gone with white and blue instead of yellow and blue. He wants to see if that changes the luck for the Spark Performance car. Grant lives about 15 minutes away from here, qualified 5th today. He's looking for a really good one, but he's currently getting passed by Marcello Panicia going down the inside.
Yeah, that was dicey, and there's a little touch on the back of Panicia from that Lightning McQueen Julian DaCosta car, and there was a little wiggle there, and that is brilliant news. Look, 2 wide going up to turn 2. It's exciting for us. It's great racing, and look who's in there. Tyler Gonzalez is coming through the field. He's scything his way through the field, but great news for the MMR train in front, and that quartet breaking away. Oh, big slide there for Bobby Gossett. Fletcher's gone through into 3rd already, but Bobby Gossett lost pace there, and he's lost the toe of his 3 teammates in the 44.
He's going to have to work really hard to try and catch back up to the MMR trio as they are now, but Bobby Gossett, with his work cut out, knows what has to be done. The trio could lift off slightly and wait for him, but that would open the door to welcome in Grant West. Grant's not the one they're worried about, though.
No.
It's Tyler Gonzalez back in 7th.
And he is coming. Weston Workman and Ethan Goulart being looked at by race control. That's another, and we have a penalty as well.
The penalty has been issued for Damon Oakey, incident responsibility with Rocco Pasquarella. Now, they talked about this in the drivers' meeting. Any sort of contact that results in another car going off the track, the penalty is going to be far more severe than it has been in the past. For Damon Oakey, it's very severe right now. Stop plus 60 seconds. He's already in and serving that.
Yeah, that is going to cost him the better part of a lap. The MMR trio, as they are now, across the line, side by side, behind them.
Adeconis leads.
Yeah, Weston DaCosta for 7th and 8th. So Nate Cicero gives up the lead to his teammate. I don't think that's significant at the moment. Keep an eye on the number 57 because Tyler Gonzalez has worked his way, or had worked his way, to the front of the chasing group. I'm trying to see if he's managed to break away. Yes, he has.
There is a penalty for Weston Workman. Post-race will be added to his time, 10 seconds. Incident responsibility with Ethan Goulart. Now, why is that significant? Because it means that Weston does not have to come into the pit lane, serve a penalty, and lose the draft. Why does it still hurt? 10 seconds in this championship? Most of our finishes aren't even covered by 4.2 seconds. That's a season-long total.
Yeah, gaps between first and second this year been minuscule. In fact, this is probably the only championship in the world where if we finish under a safety car, that's actually a big gap.
Yes.
Because you get no overlap between the cars. We've had 4 cars in a tenth of a second many times now. It's not even unusual anymore. At the front of the field then, Adeconis, Cicero going back down the inside. 22 Fletcher is the black and blue, lighter blue car. Now, who else is in there? There's Tyler Gonzalez. Gonzalez is now with the lead group. So that all of that back and forth, and Gonzalez with the lead group. He's got a darker number 19 car behind him. So Gonzalez now in 4th position and has his championship rival in sight. Fletcher goes to the lead though, must be feeling the heat.
Yeah, I think that was an orchestrated move by Cicero. He wants to get Jeremy out front to try and protect him. And Jeremy knows that if he gets into a position where he will be safe and he can maintain the championship lead because his rivals are behind him, maybe he gives the win to Nate Cicero because Nate has not won a race this year. Fletcher's won 3.
Very fair driving by Justin Adeconis there. Yes, he's a Macumbi-Mackley racing driver, but Gonzalez got fair and square up the inside and Justin gave up the corner. So now that red car in 3rd position, just 1 car between the 2 main championship protagonists.
I will say, I've talked to people from MMR, I've talked to people from BSI. There is no orchestrating of taking out rival championship cars. Those teams have said, nope, we're not doing that. We'd rather play defense than offense. So that's not going to be something that we see from this racing. I'm very pleased to be able to see that.
And it's absolutely right that the team members should be drafting each other and trying to break the draft. Look at what's going on right now as Gonzalez drafted up and getting a bit of a push by the Sato Motorsport Group car, and Gonzalez could be going to lead. The 2 championship contenders, 1st and 2nd, are 1st and 2nd on the track, and Gonzalez in the BSI red and white 57 goes to the lead. And is Fletcher going to lose 2nd? Fletcher's got to be so careful here on the outside of the corner. That's going to be a lap led for Gonzalez. Remember, there are points for fastest lap and most laps led, and we have seen championships turn on those points in the past.
John Fletcher backed out of it there because he was having a little bit of a flashback to what happened last year. He was side by side with the car at that exact point on the track. He wound up in the gravel, finished in the 20s instead of on the podium. So for Jeremy Fletcher, it's all about being smart. Finishing 3rd when Gonzalez wins, still enough of a points buffer for him to maintain that championship lead.
Sorry, the huge intake of breath there from me was for one of the MMR cars totally sideways across the top of the brow. And I think it was Nate Cicero. Yes, it was. It was Nate Cicero. And somehow Fast Hands Nate managed to get that back, and he's still holding on to 4th place. So Tyler Gonzalez doing what he needs to do. He needs to get out front, he needs to lead laps, ideally he needs to get the fastest lap, and he needs to win the race.
For Tyler Gonzalez, it's very straightforward. This is his first ever full season in this championship. He's won 5 of the races, but he has 2 DNFs and 1 finish outside of the top 15. Tyler needs to win. Fletcher just needs to be smart. And we have seen Jeremy Fletcher learn that lesson earlier this year. He still talks about the race at Barber that got away. If you just be patient, if you take what's on offer, that's how you win 250 grand.
And that, if you are not used to this championship, that isn't 250 grand to go into racing in this championship next year. That is
real cash money.
So if you wanted to, the Discord group, they've got it in for you there. Final weekend of the season. If you wanted to, you could go and blow it on a round the world cruise.
So I've been saying to these drivers, because the three that are in the championship, you've got Advanced Autosport, you've got BSI, you've got MMR. Go to your teammates. You're going to win $250,000. What's 500 bucks? Say to your teammate, hey, I'll buy you a Nintendo Switch 2 if you play defense for me this weekend. Let's see which one of them actually lives up to that promise.
I love the idea that you think the Nintendo Switch 2 is what these drivers really want.
It's something shiny. I was offering concert tickets. I was just thinking something that feels very expensive and valuable, like a Christmas present.
Yeah,
I'll buy you your favorite Christmas present. Just please play defense to help me win $250,000.
A huge amount, over $1.2 million up for grabs again this season. Mazda literally putting their money into grassroots motorsport to the point where this championship, which some people might see as a stepping stone, has become a destination. People are enjoying racing here, and they are reaping the financial rewards of racing here with checks in the championship going down to 10th position in the overall, and of course there's money at the end of each race as well.
Well, to put it in context, I mentioned Tyler Gonzalez has won 5 races. That's 50 grand that he's won in
already.
Bonus. That's not including any of the other finishes that he's had in the top 10 this year. So Tyler Gonzalez definitely making hay while the sun shines and looking to try and add to that total. First full season in the championship, and he is a solid contender for the big check Friday night.
Nate Nicholson in the yellow car, the 56, yellow-black white car. He's just popped up from nowhere, worked his way through. How he's managed to do that as stealthily in a car that is so bright is pretty impressive, but he has managed to do it. And for once then, a little bit of scrapping. We see this so many times. A little bit of scrapping at the front of the field shit has slowed it down. Huge sideways moment further back down the field.
Petey Atwater getting very, very loose with
Woody
Jared
Hyman
Thomas right behind him.
And Jared Thomas,
And then Woody, welcome back to the championship for Woody Hyman.
So that's a JTR train there as well. And Sally Mott's just up the road from them as well. So Jared Thomas now up to, I think, 18th position.
Yeah, I think you're right. And it's really fun to see Jared working with Woody and Petey, because he coaches both those guys as well. Woody coming back this weekend, second start of the year for Woody. The first one came at Mid-Ohio, his home track. But last year, Woody Hyman's perfect start record ended here at Road Atlanta. He didn't actually take the green flag because he crashed on the outlap. So for Woody, this is unfinished business. Coming back this weekend, he's doing a fantastic job. But wow, I have no idea how Peter Atwater hung on to that car.
I think Jared Thomas used that to go through, so that's another place made up for Jared Thomas. Yeah, absolutely did. 96 will come to the line this time around in 17th position. Sally Mott a couple of cars up the road. I reckon that leading group actually just split a little bit behind Nathan Nicholson, or ahead of Nathan Nicholson, and all of a sudden Gonzalez is getting away, and he has got some drafting help.
He does. He's got Marcello, the Pac-Man, right behind him, so they're going to try and work together. But Nathan Nicholson, wow, I'm stunned, Nathan. That is quite a drive. He's gotten around Fletcher. Now, as I mentioned, he's got 50 points that he needs to make up on Fletcher. Right now, their positioning is about a 20-point swing, so it's not enough to try and change positioning in the championship. But Nathan Nicholson also, he's potentially going to win this championship. He's never won an MX-5 Cup race.
I know, it's incredible.
He's never even won a pole position in this championship. So
how far is Gonzalez back off the lead?
He is 150 points off the lead, but he's only 100 points off Nicholson.
Yeah, so
right now he jumps Nicholson.
Yeah, right now he jumps Nicholson. And we've still got one more race. And defending.
And we're still a long way from the checkered flag on this one.
Well,
20 minutes.
Yeah. Anything can happen in the next 20 minutes. And
Ethan Goulart has come into the pit lane. That is huge, because Ethan is 5th in the championship and leading the rookie standings, as now we have Jeremy Fletcher making a pass back on Nathan Nicholson, and now Nathan is in the sandwich of an MMR machine.
Well, Ethan had been off the track just before turn 9, and was continuing slowly. He's got damage, I think.
Yeah, and Ethan, as I mentioned, not in his primary car, in the backup car for Sada Motorsports Group. He knew that this was going to be a very difficult ask to try and come through, but that means that the Rookie of the Year battle switches, because it was only an 80-point advantage for Goulart over Elio Meza. Now it's a straight-up fight between Elio Meza and Noah Harmon. Teammates from BSI, 10 points separating them coming into today's race. It's basically going to be whichever one of them finishes higher ahead of the other.
Well, Noah Harmon, currently the number 7 BSI racing car, is in 12th place. And Elio Meza is down in 23rd.
Ooh.
Now, but that's overall positions. I need to count how many rookies there are between them, I suppose. That's going to be the important part there. So Noah Harmon has two cars between himself and Elio Meza in the rookie category.
Yeah, we still have a way to go in this race, so we can't yet determine where they're going to finish. But on the track right now, it's a straight-up fight between whoever finishes ahead of the other. Right now, it's a straight-up fight for the lead, as well as Pac-Man is refusing to back down from Gonzalez, but Gonzalez continuing to maintain that gap back to the rest of the pack.
Yeah, I don't think that's slowing them down that much, if I'm honest. They've got 1.3 seconds back to Jeremy Fletcher, side by side coming through the final corner, and very nearly a touch, and now 3 across the track as Parker DeLong is the one that had to just ease off. He was the one in the middle of that scrap, and it's Noah Harmon who got the benefit in the number 7, and I think he got at least a 2-fer and maybe a 3-fer there.
Noah's been driving very impressively all season long. He's got the Cube 3 sponsorship on the side of his car, which has come as a result of people believing in his potential. Mazda believed in his potential. He won the scholarship coming into this season. And the way that Noah's been driving as of late has been very impressive. Hasn't qualified well, but boy, can he race.
And he's just got ahead of Justin Adeconis, who it seems like 5 minutes ago, in fact it was a bit more than that, was in that top quartet. A bit of side-by-side and a touch there going through turn 6 and into turn 7, and they're still leaning on each other. And that was the battle for 10th and 11th place.
I don't like to see all that side-by-side contact between the two drivers. They're leaning on each other very, very diligently. But yeah, it's 16 minutes to go. Race number 1 of the weekend. Maybe a little bit more respect between the two.
Just looking at some of the cars, Justin Adeconis with a little bit of damage to the right front. There's just a little more gap on that side of the car, on the fender and round the right front headlamp, than there really should be. Just evidence again of that slight brush with the competitor a minute or two ago. Well, since we mentioned Noah Harmon, he's done nothing but go forwards. He's now in the top 10. And Ethan Jacobs is a second or so ahead of him, and that's another rookie. And then Skylar Cottrell and Bobby Gossett. So 7th, 8th, 9th, 10th and 11th are all rookies, and that is second on down in the rookie points battle in this race. At the front of the field, Tyler Gonzalez resolutely defending since he got the lead. And the news here, of course, Shay, is you might think, well, what difference does it make? He could drop back. But he's clocking up and racking up the laps led column.
At the end of this lap, he will be tied with Nate Cicero for laps led in the race so far. 10 bonus points. I have talked until I've been blue in the face about how much bonus points matter. People don't listen to me. Last year, if you removed all the bonus points from all the standings, you wind up with a dead tie for the championship. It still goes to the same guy ultimately based on countback of race wins, but bonus points make a big difference.
Biggest mover, Nathan Nicholson, 4th place, up 20 positions.
Yeah.
With and a bit of bodywork coming off. I think that was that Fletcher's car?
I think it might have been Cicero. I saw Cicero hit it at the very least.
Well, hopefully it wasn't something important. They do have sill covers on these cars.
They don't come off easily.
No, they don't, but we've seen a little bit of side-by-side rubbing. I think it might have been the left-hand sill cover of Jeremy Fletcher's black, blue and white number 22, and here's a pass for the lead. Now this has to be sensible from Gonzalez. He'll give that one up right now. He led the lap, but he gets the over and under cuts back, Diamond's off the corner and will go back into the lead. That's great racing. Fletcher tries to follow through on a hot. Fletcher makes contact. This could be huge. This could be huge as Fletcher has made contact with the second place car, and that will be looked at immediately from race control.
And race control has set a precedent. If you send another car off the track, if you affect another car, that could be a stop plus 60. Hopefully that's not the case. Hopefully we wait to see what race control decides to do, but the racing right now on the track continues as Pac-Man gets his car going again. And also off the track is Von Mischko in the number 98 for Advanced Autosport. Hopefully he's able to continue, and yeah, it looks like he was able to get going once again.
Turn one.
But this could have a very big impact on the championship as Nate Cicero helps his teammate from MMR to get powered past Tyler Gonzalez.
It's a tough call because it's at turn 2, and that's a tough place to run side by side. Fletcher's halfway up the car in second place. Is halfway enough? And was he being pushed by Nathan Nicholson as well? Race control will have all the angles. I'm not going to prejudge that one. I am not going to prejudge that one at all.
John, I'm so grateful that you and I are sitting here right now and not having to determine that from race control as they come across the start-finish line. And for the first time all weekend, Jeremy Fletcher is leading the race. Grant
West has just been given a 10-second penalty post-race for contact with the... Who was it he ran into?
Was it Parker DeLong who was given the penalty?
Sorry, it's Parker DeLong for the incident with Grant West. Absolutely, and Grant West has had to come into the pit. Sorry, read that completely the wrong way around.
That's Parker DeLong with the 10-second post-race penalty and Weston Workman. We need to remember that.
Write it down.
I do have a pen.
Pen and a piece of paper.
I've got a little tally mark of who's led the most laps.
Yeah, I read that completely the wrong way around. So again, that will be, fortunately we've got a tyre rub as well.
That is Parker
DeLong. Yeah.
And Grant West is into the pit lane.
Yeah.
Oh, what a heartbreak.
He came in at the end of the last lap, Grant. Yeah, I did mention that. Fletcher now ahead of Cicero and Wagner and Nicholson in 4th place. So Jeremy Fletcher, where easily needs to be, with cover now, with a tail end Charlie, if you will, or a tail end Nate, as it is. Nate Cicero, and then the 5 of Gresham Wagner, and Nathan Nicholson with a fast car has now made up 21 positions. Tyler Gonzalez still in the conversation here. He's got a quick car too.
I think Tyler Gonzalez would take the bonus points for leading the most laps. So right now, MMR, attention MMR.
You need to swap them over.
You want to get Cicero in front because that would be 10 bonus points going to the competition.
Yeah, here comes Nathan Nicholson in the mostly yellow car. And Cicero is dropping back down. 1 place, 2 place, 3 places, could be 4 places by the time they're at the top of the hill. As Cottrell in the pink car tries to come round the outside. Skylar Cottrell for AAG Racing.
I love seeing Skylar Cottrell doing well. He's a local. He lives in downtown Atlanta. Skylar, a guy who's done a couple of races this year, trying to put together a budget to be able to run a full season next year. Really would love a scholarship invitation. He's proving his worth now.
I was about to say, if this is an audition, he's running with the big dogs in the championship here. Very good indeed. Wagner
running with the big dogs. How about the big dog Gresham Wagner? He's made his way back up to the top 3.
Right there. Remember, this is a backup car.
Hulkified Gresham Wagner.
He is just sitting with a watching brief. Now, one thing we know about Gresham, he'd love to win the race, but what he won't want to do is get involved in the championship battle and ruin anybody else's race, particularly as he is another McCumbee-McAleer racing driver. If he has the opportunity. Now here's Tyler Gonzalez. So it's McCumbee, Advanced McCumbee-McAleer Racing, and then the BSI Racing pair.
So top 4 on the racetrack right now, top 3 in the championship. Gresham Wagner, the interloper, the defending champion from last year. He knows not to get in the way, but right now we've got Jeremy Fletcher, 3-time race winner this year. Tyler Gonzalez, 5-time race winner this year. Nathan Nicholson, I just want to win a race.
Yeah. How many laps has Fletcher led now?
This is 3.
Right.
Not enough.
Okay.
With the amount of time left, with 9 minutes to go, he cannot match the best number, which would be 9 from Tyler Gonzalez.
Parker DeLong is officially a retirement in the number 42. So that car, Parker DeLong Racing, will not take any further part. They'll get that straight back to racing order if they can.
Gonzalez got around Wagner.
The third.
This is a straight-up fight for the championship on the racetrack right now.
Top three are the top three of the championship. As they run is as they are on the championship table standings right now. There's 150 points between first and third before they came in. No action on the contact between Jeremy Fletcher at the top of turn 2. That is a huge sigh of relief for Fletcher. Race control have taken their time. Here comes Nicholson. Nicholson might be taking points off down the inside. Here comes Tyler Gonzalez. He goes to the grass and goes through. And that's a big move. That's a power move from Tyler Gonzalez. And Nicholson's gone through into second, so that's more points being taken away from Fletcher. This is closing the championship up as we are watching it. We're going to have a proper fight tomorrow. Down the inside again, Nicholson goes for the lead and takes it. Every corner, it would seem, every slight braking area, there's a change of position. That
was a championship-winning move from Tyler Gonzalez, and that was a test. Will that move work to get me across the finish line first? Answer, yes.
Yeah,
Do I need to be there right now? No. Nathan, would you like to lead?
But did he lead across the line?
Yes, he did.
Yes, he did. That's the key point, and I think that ties up the points. Well,
Zach Hollingshead has gone for a spin coming on the start-finish straight.
Yeah, that's the Saito backup car, isn't it?
That's another car that had issue in full practice too, but the backup car was given to Goulart, so Hollingshead had to repair his car.
Okay. I do like that Saito Motorsport livery with the sort of arrowhead tricolore colour on the front.
I love that team, Jay Sato and his organization. They're such hard workers. They're really good people, and they're putting together a serious launch for next year. Speaking of serious launch, that's what Tyler Gonzalez attempted going into 10.
Now, if you look up slingshot in the racing dictionary, he came out from behind 2 cars. Absolutely incredible. And he's done it again down the inside. That is such a hard, it's a hard braking area in that there's a lot of braking. It's a difficult braking area because you are putting everything onto the front Michelin tyres. You are going downhill, you are braking, and then you are turning. And you don't have to get it very wrong to get it very wrong indeed. Hollingshead just going around. Oh, nice save. Yeah. Reverses the lock, click down through the gearbox, and away we go. Gonzalez leads another lap. He cannot be usurped for those championship points. But the top 3 could be the top 3. They could finish outside the top 10 at the moment.
Oh yeah, this is not a guaranteed thing. We still have 5.5 minutes, so there's a lot of racing left to happen. But if they were to finish in the order that they are now, championship order would not change. So that's the critical thing. It just shrinks them all together.
Yeah, so we came into this race 150 points between the top 3. That would be significantly diminished, particularly with the extra points for the most laps led. Who's got the fastest lap, actually? That's something we need.
Fastest lap is currently
Weston Workman. Yeah, okay, so that's taken that out of the calculations for a moment. Oh dear, Tyler Gonzalez has hung out to dry there. Nathan Nicholson comes through, and here comes the blue-fronted car of the championship leader being pushed by his teammate in the darker coloured number 5. And gets a little help from the Hulk as he goes downhill into the first of the 2 chicane complex corners at turn 10A and B. 4.5 to go as they come to the line. Do not write off anybody in that top 6 at the moment. So all change again. Fletcher would now be increasing his championship lead. Immediate move back by Gonzalez in the red and white car over Nate Nicholson. So that again moves him closer to second position, but they're both losing ground on championship leader of the race at the moment. This is how quickly things change in Whelen Mazda MX-5 Cup presented by Michelin Racing. And at the end of the season, you've got to have your wits about you. You're driving the car, the guys on the pit wall, they'll be doing all the arithmetic, but frankly, you've just got to say to your driver, drive the wheels off it and get the best finish you can.
Actually, a lot of them depend on me, and they just say, hey, can you send us the points sheet?
Yeah, right.
And I'm going, oh my God.
But let's not forget, here, we've had a championship decided in the last race after the checkered flag on a penalty assessed for somebody who wasn't in the championship race.
The reason that Connor Zilic is not a Mazda MX-5 Cup Championship is because the team said, you're fine where you are, you can let the other cars go, you've got enough of a buffer. And then the penalty was applied, and the buffer was eviscerated.
Yeah.
And the championship went to second.
Yeah, absolutely. Top 4 down to 10A again at the bottom of that run down to the back straight. I can tell you, these cars, you brake insanely late. Oh, and a little bit of bump drafting as well, going up under the Fox Factory Bridge, down towards the final corner. There will be this lap and one more as Fletcher pinches the corner and goes to the inside. He's playing defense now at the front, and Tyler Gonzalez is right behind him. Nicholson swings out to driver's left and then cuts back. It's 3 wide behind, and Adam Connors right in the middle of the sandwich there. Got bumped out and lost a couple of places in the blue and white car.
And that was Jared Thomas. Jared Thomas was the car that bumped him out. Skylar Control was on the outside. Jared is back in this too. He's up to P8. Jared is going to be going to the podium for getting a check for passing the most number of cars in this race for the Penske's shocking performance.
Well, no, it's got to be Nathan Nicholson, surely.
No, Jared started 31st.
Oh, yeah, correct.
Jared's up to 8th.
Yeah, absolutely. So Nicholson started 24th and Thomas started 31st. So keep an eye on that. Around the outside, Noah Harmon in the grey and white car, the number 7. But up the inside, Nate Cicero will hold on to that position.
Thomas on
the grass at turn number 7, the exit thereof. 3 wide, that is not aerodynamically efficient, and Western Workman has got a train of cars behind him, and here's the run on driver's right, on our left as they come down the back straight. The leading 4 coming to the white flag this time around, and it's still Justin Fletcher, that leads the race. Nicholson side by side with Gresham Wagner, and here comes the number 57. I do think that Gonzalez has got something left in the tank here.
Yep.
I think he's played a very strategic game, and he may just have a little more performance in his Michelin tyres for this final 2.5 miles.
I am not letting that car of Tyler Gonzalez out of my sight. The problem that Gresham Wagner had going through there, he got a little bit loose coming through 10B. That freed him up, that allowed Tyler Gonzalez to go through, but Tyler still has a very competitive BSI race car underneath him.
Hello to everybody at Mazda UK who I know tune in to all of these races. Owen, Eve and the rest of the team there. I'm very much excited to have a go at the new Mazda 6E in the next couple of weeks. They promote this race very hard indeed, these races very hard indeed back in the UK, where it is just coming up to 8 o'clock on a Thursday night. And this is brilliant stuff again. Down the inside for the number 99. Oh my goodness me, Ethan Jacobs came from a long way back there on Western Workman. And Workman with that big run has brought them back up onto the lead group here. And all of a sudden, we've got a 6-way battle for the lead. This could be checkers or wreckers for any of these cars as they come to the line. Here comes, once again, round the outside, the red and white of Gonzalez. He's pulled this move before, and there's a touch. Oh, my goodness, Nicholson, and he's taken out the 57. That was started by Nicholson and Jared Thomas, and through into the lead goes the number 99, Ethan Jacobs, but he's not finished yet. Here comes Fletcher. This will be looked at. This is a provisional result. It will be Fletcher that takes it from Ethan Jacobs and Nate Nicholson and Wagner. They can't give the points back to Gonzalez, but they will not be happy at BSI. He was not the instigator of that.
No, and the thing I'm more concerned about right now is Tyler Gonzalez's car okay for tomorrow. We still have another race.
Yeah.
And although Jared Thomas is too far out of the points to get up into the top 3, Tyler Gonzalez could drop down even further. I don't like seeing that.
Now race control will have to decide whether it was Nathan Nicholson or the winner, provisional winner of Jeremy Fletcher, who instigated that contact. They were 3 wide down the back straight. You get side draft on these cars. It moves you around. And it's all under review at the moment. So Tyler Gonzalez will be scored in 26th position. It's Fletcher from Jacobs from Nicholson on the podium. Best of the rookies is Ethan Jacobs. Of the Rookie of the Year contenders, Noah Harmon is next up. And Elio Meza is 5 places further back. So the Rookie of the Year championship is going to be massively shaken up as well. Shares.
Meza was P13?
Yeah.
Sorry, just doing math, it's very difficult for me.
It's only arithmetic, I've told you this before.
It's still very difficult for me.
You do all right.
Meza moves up a position in the overall championship by dint of the bad performance from Ethan Goulart, the bad luck from Ethan Goulart. So now Meza is P5
Gonzalez's
in the championship.
car doesn't look good, Shea, at the front end. That could be radiator damage, it could be engine damage, it could be suspension and steering damage. That's taking a bigger hit than I thought to the front of that PSI number 57, the car that is immaculately turned out.
I was wrong. Meza does not move up. Meza actually stays in position. Noah Harmon jumps up to 5th in the championship.
Yeah.
So he not only takes the lead of the rookie championship, he's now in the top 5.
Yeah. And we are getting a drive-through penalty for number 51, Will Robinson, for incident responsibility from an earlier incident with, I think that was with Zach Hollingshead. I mean, on first look, I thought it was Nathan who moved across, but was he moved across? Nathan has got the penalty.
So
Stop plus 60.
That changes the points once again.
But what it doesn't do, and Tyler Gonzalez will be absolutely flaming about this, it doesn't give Tyler Gonzalez his race back, does it?
No, it doesn't. And it doesn't give him back the valuable points that he's just lost out on. So that's a big deal, too. Very provisionally, because obviously the points will be changed based on Nicholson's incident responsibility penalty, which is a stop plus 60. Nathan does not yet know that. His crew was celebrating the fact that he did
that moves Gresham Wagner onto the podium.
It moves Gresham onto the podium, but the more... there we go. Now the results have changed for that. But the points now, he drops back to 25th.
One position ahead of Tyler Gonzalez.
So that's, instead of 300 points, he walks away from today with 60 points.
Yeah.
He now has 3,190 points. Tyler Gonzalez, after today, 3,120. He's still behind Nicholson after that. But Jeremy Fletcher might be uncatchable. 3,530 points.
I was about to say, I think Nathan Nicholson, with that contact, might have just handed the championship to Jeremy Fletcher.
3,530 minus 3,190. I have reverted to a calculator. 10 points. If Jeremy starts tomorrow's race, he's champion.
Yeah.
No matter where he finishes, because the minimum number of points awarded for 31st is 10.
Yeah. Unofficial results then after the penalty for the contact at the end there. Nathan Nicholson, Advanced Autosports, moved down to 25th. It's Jeremy Fletcher who all but seals the championship for the 2025 Whelen Mazda MX-5 Cup presented by Michelin. Ethan Jacobs gets his best result of the season and so close to a win. Takes the best rookie as well. Gresham Wagner promoted him into 3rd. Jared Thomas with a fabulous run to 4th position from dead last. Nate Cicero led a lot of laps, comes home in 5th. Noah Harmon takes the Rookie Championship lead by dint of his now 6th position in this. Julian DaCosta, Justin Gravett, Bobby Gossett and Scarlett Cottrell in 10th position. And as we go through into the teams, Justin Adeconis, who started in the top 4, Elio Meza dropping down to 2nd position in the Rookie Championship ahead of Sally Mott, who I think is the best female.
Yes.
Will be. Matt Novak, Weston Workman couldn't make up the deficit, and below that everybody had problems. And the big stories there, 26th and 27th. 25th and 26th, excuse me, the 56 and 57. Nathan Nicholson penalised back to that position. Still finishes ahead of Tyler Gonzalez. Holds on to 2nd position by a hair's breadth. But with those two scoring badly after the penalty and the incident with Tyler Gonzalez in the wall, all but gives Jeremy Fletcher the championship. So, Shea Adam and I will be back for the formalities tomorrow. Have we got any more drama? Of course we have, because we've still got the Rookie Championship to sort out, with Noah Harmon now defending the lead for that. Jeremy Fletcher will sleep a little easier in his bed tonight as he goes into the final round with McCambie Macalia Racing leading the championship. For Shea Adam, I'm John Hindhaugh. We'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.